I've got to take off my glasses. Do lots of this. Right, good afternoon. 2 weeks ago, an email came out asking if there were any primary school teachers who were interested in doing a TED Talk. My first thought was, no. Then I thought about it and I thought, you know what, actually, I would. Because there's something that I see so very often that I would just like to speak to the students about. Actually, also the parents. As a teacher, I love asking my students the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? And because I work in elementary, I usually get very cute reactions. When I was a student teacher, I was teaching in grade 1, and there was a little boy, and I asked him, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he says, Miss, when I grow up, I'm going to be a teacher. And I said, that's brilliant, why? And he goes, because I love marking and handing out stickers. And I thought, yeah, that's all we do. But funnily enough, we're a little bit further, and he's now actually in Teachers College. But growing up, or growing older, I would ask students all over the world where I've been, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I think the first time I was taken aback was when a student looked at me and went, my father wants me to be an engineer. And I said to him, that's wonderful, but I didn't ask you what your dad wants you to be. I'm asking what you want to be. Who are you? What do you love? What is it that you can see yourself do for, brace yourself, 40 to 45 years after college? You'll be doing it for a long time. What are your interests? Your dad may want you to be an engineer, or, your grandfather who's a doctor may want you to be a doctor because, all the men in the family have become doctors. My biggest wish for you as a student is to follow your own dreams. What is it that makes your heart beat faster? Is it maybe education? That's what I chose, and if I hadn't chosen that, I wouldn't have been here now. It wasn't my first choice, but it is what I ended up doing, and I'm very glad now that that is the choice I made. For you, it might be something in sports, or you might want to be a hairdresser, or you want to set up your own shop and sell whatever it is that you love. Maybe you want to become an artist. Or maybe you do indeed want to be the engineer that your dad so hopes that you will be when you grow up. I like to think that I'm still very young and that I can still change my mind. And then, I look at my passport and I realize I'm not that young anymore. But still to this day, I believe that if I wanted to change my mind today, I could. And that's all right for you as well. When I was in high school and I had to choose what I was going to do as a career, that was really hard. I wasn't ready to make those choices. So I didn't have my parents make the choice for me, but I asked them to help me choose. Now, I had a couple of things that I wanted to be. The first one was a vet. And the second one was go to the Royal School of Music in Holland and study piano. Neither of those were seen as a very good choice by my parents. So I asked them why, and I'll spare you the details of that conversation, but then I said, well, what about teaching? And my mom was like, yes. You can't stop talking, you love listening to yourself, so become a teacher, you get to talk all day. So here I am, listening to myself talk and making you listen to me too. But even now, nearing, is it a midlife crisis at 40? I don't know. Nearing 40, I still know that if I wanted to change my mind, that's all right. I don't think I will. I love what I do. But when you're only 16 or 17, and if you don't know the answers yet to your next 60 years of life, that's all right. Believe in yourself. Maybe you want to be a dentist. I had had a student a few years ago who I asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? And this child said to me, I'm going to be a dentist. And because I was this child's teacher, I knew if that was likely or not. And to myself, I thought, maybe not. But I never said that to this child, because if this child believed that dentistry is the way forward, then who am I to tell this child that that's not possible? If she believes in herself, so should you. One of the things I wanted to do, I was told you won't be able to do that. And I believed it. But if you think you can do something, and if you are passionate about it, follow your heart. And we all love money. We do. We wouldn't be in Dubai, or we wouldn't be seeking a very good future for ourselves. I'll tell you one thing, teaching is not the way to go. However, it's not about the money. I can honestly tell my friends that I love my job. Sure, there are days when I don't, but I love my job. Will I ever be rich as a teacher? Yes. Just not on my bank account. But I have taught, I don't know, 1,000 students by now, not 1,000, a couple of hundred. And for 10 months, I got to be a part of this child's and this child's family's life. To this day, I still feel connected to all of my children. Sorry. I am a very rich person. I love my job, I have lots of friends, and I love the students I work with. If you've got a job that'll pay your bills, you've got a little bit extra, you can feed your children, if that's what you want, that's fine. Your parents or the adults around you, I'm saying parents, could be your grandparents, it could be teachers around you, could be any other adult that you hold dear. They are trying to help you make choices for the future. And that is what you need to thank them for. And you need to have those conversations with them. Mom, Dad, what do you think of this? No? Well, why not? But I think that I want to do this. I know that there are children who feel forced to go into the field that their parents, grandparents, family have chosen for them. And I want to ask you to do something very difficult. Say no if you must, respectfully, and explain why. But you've got to remember that you're going to go to college or university for 4 to 10 years, depending on what you're going to do. And then you've got 40 or 45 years that you've actually got to do it in the real world. If you are going to do something that someone else has decided for you, that's going to be a very, very, very long time. Will you be happy? Possibly, you might have the money, but will you have satisfaction? My message is very simple. As you grow up, you will make mistakes. And this is actually where I want to tag on to what Ms. Ronald said. The fear of failure. And I'm going to tell you, just like Ms. Ronald said, that it's fine. I actually would like to say there is no such thing as failure. Failing is really negative. But learning that you made a choice that maybe wasn't the right choice is just a step in the right direction. So my message to you is this. Follow your heart, do what you want to do, and most of all, enjoy the journey, because for those people who will be off to college or university in the next couple of years, I hope I don't speak for myself when I say those years are some of the best of your lives. So follow your heart and dream big.